VibeCheck, TheWheelUp. This is our post show, as you already know. Aimee, congratulations! Yes. You have been appointed the artistic theatre of the VibeCheck plays.
Artistic theatre?
Artistic director, my bad.
There we go.
Director of the
I couldn't let that one slide.
Plays, playlist, theatre. There you go. Somehow.
Great.
So the only stipulation.
I'm so honoured.
Now you might have a bit of a feeling about this, but it's the only stipulation is that the theatre is in South London.
Sorry, how do I leave this meeting?
She tried that again. You can't bring that one back. So
yes, she can. She can.
It is where it is, all right? It is where it is. You can't move it. That's where it's based.
We'll start there, and then we will quickly be branching back to the West Midlands. Okay.
Wow, she's turning into a touring company. Radical move from the board.
I don't know.
No. Sorry, so you misunderstood. It's not a touring company. We're just relocating.
Yeah, but
okay.
I don't know.
Oh, so it's a permanent thing. Like,
yeah.
Coming back to South.
Yeah.
Talk to the chair of the board about that one.
Yeah. But having said that, we do have the budget for you to have 5 theatre makers on board and 2 musicians to help create your first piece of work. The musicians are obviously going to be used to do whatever you want, underscore, create a soundtrack for the piece, bit of both, whatever. And obviously your 5 theatre makers are going to help produce your piece of work. So the first theatre maker that you have is the Maguey Grupo Teatro, theatre company from Peru. Chat to us about that.
Yes. So last year we had an incredible opportunity to go take a show that we were doing to Peru. We spent a week there. I mean, it was it was an incredible experience. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was just sick for many, many reasons. Anyway, on the last day, so we did the shows. The people were so welcoming and just it felt like home from home. Had an amazing time. Last day, they invited us. This theatre group, they invited us to their theatre, and they were like, "We're going to do a performance. We're going to put this show on for you." And we were like, "Oh, okay, wow, this is incredible." So there was I think there was 4 of us that had went down to see it. The other guys they'd gone home, and we went in. It was mad. It was almost like. It sort of felt like a circus tent, but inside of a building. So, and anyway, went through the curtain, went in, and then set out the chairs. It was just, a one woman show, and they did the performance, and then they after the performance, which was incredible, they sort of got us to all sit round, and then we had this little, I can't even remember for the life of me, there's a drink that they gave us, an alcoholic drink, and you just take a shot of it, and it's like a Bernie one. I can't remember what even like one of our company members who is like avid Christian, like doesn't drink, even he backed the shot, and it was just great. And we sat down, and then we sat on what do you call it? A cajon, like the drum. Yeah. And then we were doing rhythms, and they were teaching us songs, and then we had this massive conversation about, and it was kind of like based on what the show was about as well, about how our DNA, how using our ancestral DNA can, it create. We can create through that. Create using our ancestral DNA, and so because there's a huge community of Afro-Peruvians out in Peru, and that's one of the reasons why we took our show out there to meet those guys. And it was just an incredible experience. But they spoke with such I'm going to say it again. They just spoke with such honesty and so much. What's the word I'm looking for? My vocabulary is gone. Just
genuinity.
No, it's I can't think of the word, but it was just from such a raw, guttural place. Like we speak a lot about the solar plexus and working from there, and it was just an incredible experience. And that theatre company, they do a lot of work and stuff, and I would love to create with them. I think it would be after we came away from that theatre and we were in the car on the way to the airport. we were just stunned into silence for a moment, and then it just came out. We were all just like, what the hell have we just witnessed? Like, it felt something that wasn't, it didn't feel earthly.
Wow.
That I don't want that to sound as wanky as it did. That sounded
No.
like a jerk off, but like it didn't feel of this world. And we all came away, and I was like, the UK is so far behind in the theatre scene, like in terms of what people were literally giving and talking about. So yeah, sorry, that was a very long explanation.
No,
That's solid.
incredible.
That's otherworldly art. I love that.
Yeah, so those guys, the whole theatre company.
Bring them through. We'd love to see it.
Next up.
Next up, we have Grazia Enciso, who I've butchered your name. I know because I was told how to say it earlier and I've forgotten. But as a theatre maker.
Yes, so connected. So Grazia was the artist that performed the show for us. Her physicality and the way the show was, parts were in English, parts were in Spanish. But the way, and it was interactive as well. But it was crazy. I mean, I know like the tiniest bit, and I mean like minuscule bit of Spanish, but we were all in agreement that it was like we could understand every single word she was saying. She could move, like her body was so, it was like water. It was like water, like the way she flowed, and just very compelling to watch. Storytelling was on point. And to top it off, she was a lovely person. Like when we met after, like obviously after she did the show and everything, she came around and was talking to us, and just lovely person. Just very exciting to watch. Very free. I think another great person. I want to create with her.
Hey.
All right. So who we have next on the list is Strictly Arts.
2 theatre companies. Love to see it.
Word.
I mean, this is self-explanatory, but if you wanna, divulge.
Strictly Arts is a theatre company that I am part of. We are based in the West Midlands. All of us are from the West Midlands. We create in the West Midlands. It's a family. It is a family. Artistic director Corey Campbell. He's another person who can facilitate and empower and just has this incredible vision. And he's brought us all along. So the theatre company consists of Corey Campbell, myself, Kieran Hamilton Amos, another sick performer. He's your ideas guy. He's your guy that when you come up with a problem, when you're facing a problem in rehearsal room, he's got the ideas. Kamisha Lewis, another sick actress. She's so like physically what she can do, because she's only a little bit as well, so you can just throw her up and toss her around. By the way, this is like we are a physical theatre. Well, we're multidisciplinary, but we lean to the physical side. You got Pip Barkley. Now Pip's the only person who isn't from the Midlands. Pip's originally from York, but that's okay because that's up north and it's not down south. Wow. Although he does live in London, Pip is the strongest man you'll ever meet in your whole entire life. He's about 6'7". This tall white guy with like shaggy blonde hair. Like he's just, I've never seen strength like that.
Look at the strength. Look at the strength.
I don't actually know how he does it. And he was a ballet dancer. He used to do ballet.
Yeah, 6'7".
Yeah. And then you got Marcel White. Khai knows Marcel. Marcel's ideas guy as well. He's like, and Marcel is he's fearless. Like he will just try and throw himself in, even when the idea is trash. We love him for it because he just throws himself in. And then there's me, and I'm just in the mix. we all bring our strengths together.
Mhm.
And I feel like we're the Power Rangers. We are the Power Rangers
Mhm.
because we all come together, and it's facilitated and shaped by our artistic director. I can't speak today. Artistic director,
Good.
and there's just genuinely, hand on heart, there's no other people in the world right now that I would want to create with other than those guys. Like, I feel at home, I feel safe. We laugh, we cry, we tear each other apart, physically and verbally.
This is true. I've witnessed this
But it's
firsthand.
always love, and it's always jokes. And we did a show called Freeman.
Mhm.
We toured it on and off for about 3 years. And that's what we got opportunity to take it to Peru and Chicago last year. But the year before that, so 2018, we won the Charlie Hartle Award, and got to take it to Fringe for the entire month. And honestly, like, that was that was a life-changing month of it was just a life-changing month for many, many different reasons. But I am so grateful that I got to experience that with those people.
Mhm.
And that is something that I will hold in my heart forever. And today it is probably one of the best. That between that and Peru, they're the best theatrical experiences I've had in my life.
Wow.
And dare I say, we'll have who knows? Who
We've
knows?
got
We don't have
some
any
amazing
information right
people on
now.
this list.
Mhm.
Wait, you
Sorry, I
had
feel like I'm talking so much. And I
No,
know
it's
this
No,
is
That's
it's
fine.
good.
become
becoming
more detailed.
You're bigging up your people.
Honestly.
That's
Yeah.
what we're here for.
What were you gonna say, Rick?
I was gonna say, was it 2 weeks to create Freeman? Because I remember it was something like that, right?
That's
2 weeks, and you were devising it, and it was just
Yeah, devised in 2 weeks, came together, like, and I mean, because of the subject matter is something that is incredibly close to all of our hearts, and I'm not going to delve into that. That's a whole other conversation, but it's very topical right now,
right.
as well. And so it was. I always said to myself, I want to go Fringe, but I want to go with a show. I want to go with a show that means something to me, and it absolutely got
There you go.
ticked off that bucket list.
Manifest.
Honestly, like, man, I feel very lucky to know these people.
Wavy.
Next up is Yvette Du Sol, who is a contortionist, aerial acrobatics expert, phenomenon, all of that.
Yes. Now, so basically, for people who know me, they're going to be like, "Oh, not this old chestnut." But my family my family had a circus. So I grew up in the circus, and it was as a child, it was very exciting.
Mhm.
It was it was a good childhood. I can't even front, like, it really was. I understand it. I know it was difficult, and even as a child, you could see how tough it is, like that touring life. And 'cause it's not like touring theaters, we touring outdoors, so we had a big top. We didn't have any animals or anything.
Okay.
But it's hard. It's hard living. Do you know what I mean? And I know for like my mum and dad, and the adults at the time, it's just tough. But anyway, so Yvette first came to us when she was 15 years old. So her mum and dad, they were circus performers as well.
Mhm.
Sorry, just burped. Sorry. So yeah, her mum and her dad was he had this act. Because he was like acrobatic as well. He's the mum and dad, and he used to do his act as Charlie Chaplin, and he was really good. It was mad. Anyway, so Yvette, we met her through like her family, and she came and she was a contortionist. So she would do this whole act, and when I say bendy, I mean, come on now, guys. But like, I swear to God, she had so like the closer of her act, she had this perspex box, right? And the box couldn't have been bigger than, like, hold on, it must be about, like, can you see that hand? Hold on, let me tilt that. It was like probably about like this. So probably about the height of from my head to here, my torso, yeah,
Wow.
What?
like this, right? And she would fit her whole self into this little box, right? And be like squat, and she would like leg would be up here, and you watch and you're like, girl, you're gonna dislocate something. She was honestly incredible. And yeah, so she worked with us for like, because we would tour like summer seasons with the circus. So yeah, she worked with us for a few years. And then we sort of like lost touch. We got like my dad got rid of the circus in 2008. So we sold it in 2008. So we had it for about, God, must have been about 15 years in total. God, that sounds like a long time. But yeah, and then we found each other online. And yeah, I follow her stuff, and now she's branched into aerial, so she does like aerial hoop and stuff like that. So she would absolutely be integral to the show that I'm putting on, because basically the show is, if you hadn't already guessed, it's going to be very physical. So yeah,
Which is shocking, because your next point is took me and Aruna by a bit of surprise. But the next artist she's got on here is Khai Shaw. I've not heard about this guy too much,
Yeah,
I've heard his name pop up here and there.
I've
to
never
be
heard of
honest,
him
I just
before.
Couple things.
I put him on because he's a bit down and out, and I felt sorry for him. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I see that. I see
Yeah.
that.
One of them
Just
Charity
like the-
bit. Charity
It's a
bit.
pity push. It's a pity push.
I appreciate
Trying
it.
to revive the career, and then once there, I see.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We love an artist director doing community work. That's what we like to see.
Listen, I see some great community theatre, so Khai, keep
I
doing
love
your
it.
thing.
Yeah, we'll get there
I
one
really
day.
appreciate it. I really do appreciate it.
Nah, if I'm right, I have to be honest about this. So, as I was going through this, I was like, oh God, 5. As I already said, I bigged up Strictly Art so much, but genuinely, there's no one else I would want to work with. And then came into the Zoom and we were like, look, you need a 5th one. I was like, yeah, okay. And I genuinely mean this now, Khai. Creating, like, I love the whole of Crompton. I really loved all of them. And I do love all of you.
Plea for help.
But like, there was such a brotherly connection with Khai
100%.
that I don't know, like we would fully take the piss out of each other. There were days when I could tell Khai couldn't stand me, and Khai probably could tell that I couldn't stand him. But we were always solid. And I was like, actually, there is no one that I would rather in my 5th and final role in the show, because I mean, aside from the fact that we get on and blah 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 blah, all that bollocks, Khai no, but seriously, Khai is talented. Like, I mean, beatboxing wise, yeah, that was just ridiculous. I mean, I can't beatbox for shit anyway, as I said.
You got
but
there,
like,
though. No, by the end of concert, you were there. Like,
I mean, thank
you. Were there.
But
You were backing me up solidly. So don't
I think you'll find that was Kate.
No, because there were songs where it was both me and Kate, and you had to do some bits. You did your bits very well.
I did my little boom tea clap. Anyway, but yeah, like how the choices that Khai makes in the rehearsal room and on stage were just so exciting, and they were just fresh, and they were like full of youth and energy. And I'm a lot old. I say I'm a lot older than Khai. Khai, how old are you now?
23.
Yeah. 23. I'm 29. So I'm 6 years older than Khai, right? And so I mean, I'm not saying I'm old, because I'm not old, but I am older. And he put he insurged like this whole lot of energy into the cast, which was infectious. That I'm just like, yeah, I'd have to have that in my team. I'd have to have that.
Fair enough. Fair
That
play.
is beautiful.
That's lovely.
I raised my
Isn't
tongue
it?
well.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you for the feedback.
All this
I would like
I feel like everyone wants to cross Khai out now.
No, we did that at the start. and We do it on a
I
daily
built
basis.
this.
It's fine.
Yeah.
me. I built this anyway.
Sorry, what? Bill who? Where?
I
I'm pretty sure I phoned you with this. Anyway.
So the musicians
So
are
Yes.
the
Okay.
first one
next,
is someone I
Yes.
haven't come across before. Is
Oh.
it Cosima?
I would say Cosima.
Cosima, okay.
That's how I would say it. Now,
Hmm.
this artist, right? She, on Spotify. So when you go, what is it? Discover Week? Is it Discover Weekly? Yeah, Discover Weekly.
Yeah.
I like putting that on because I just like to see what it's going to throw up. What have I been
Mhm.
listening to? What algorithms are going to
Mhm.
throw up who, what, where?
Mhm.
And I think the first one that I heard of hers was it To Build a House? To Build a House. Her sound is so like, right, I'm terrible with music genres, so I can't give you a genre, but how I would describe it is very like, very haunted, very ethereal, lyrical. As in, when I say lyrical, I mean like, like lyrical dance,
Mhm.
and
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
how
yeah.
I can describe it.
Flow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Fluid.
Yeah, that's how I describe it. So, and it was one of them, like with My Girl with Ego Ella, I was like straight away, like, listen to it again and again. And then I listened to, she's got one called Are You Lonely Too? Sick. She's another one that actually, like, lyrically, I was like, she's a type, like, she gave me the same sort of Aimee Winehouse feels. Not in terms of content, but in terms of like how the lyrics, how much I connected to the lyrics. And it's like really good to listen. I like listening to her when I'm sort of in a chill mood, or like if I'm sort of feeling reflective. I really like to listen to her.
Mm.
Yeah, she's cool.
Nice
I'm
one.
gonna check her out.
That's dope.
And then next,
I think she's from South London.
where
She
the
from
best
South
people
London?
are from.
Of course.
I mean,
And you don't know the show, like you want to move it that quickly all the way.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
What
Like-
Just yeet the
Yeah.
theatre up to the north somewhere.
You got a traffic
oh,
light.
to the north. Excuse me, Ben.
It's north
We're
of
not the
London.
north, Midlands.
Everything north of where I am currently is north. So
I don't business. We're the Midlands. We're in the middle of England. Okay.
She said I'm business. No, I'm dead.
Listen, Ben. I thought me and you were friends.
we're on the same level, but at the same time, I have to ride for my
It
people.
seems like all you want to
I
do
have
is
to
be.
ride for my people. I'm moving to where is it? East soon, and I'm not I'm not a big fan of that. But you got to do what you got to do in it. But South London, you don't need it anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Once you're in South, you got from Croydon to Brixton to South Bank. You don't need anything else in life. Everything is in that triangle.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
So the next.
Anyway,
we have next is Sinead Harnett. I've
Sinead?
never listened to this person's music. So
Sinead Harnett. So she's a quarantine find. She's a lockdown. I can't think of no alliteration. Yeah. So through how the hell Explore page on Instagram, and I was like, oh, this girl's pretty. So I clicked on it, and she was doing like a funny video. I think she's half. Oh, I don't want to get this wrong. She's mixed race. Oh, I don't want to get it wrong. I think she's half Thai. I think. So forgive me if I get that wrong. But so she'd done like some funny video talking about how, talking about her mom, like when she goes out, like what her mom says to her. Anyway, and then I was like, oh, she's a singer. So I checked out some of her music, and she makes me think of. She makes me sort of think of like back in the day R&B, like girl group, sort of that kind of vibe. Like, so I picked her for a voice. She's got she released a song called, is it Quarantine Queen? Something like that. Yeah, Quarantine Queen or something like that. And yeah, it's just I just think she's good. I think she's cool. I think she's really cool. So yeah, can she be a vocalist, please? I don't know why I'm asking for
Absolutely,
your
yeah.
Yeah, you run
In the
it.
team.
You run it.
You know what I mean?
You just
So
can't move
sorry,
it.
so I'm not asking for permission. I'm telling she's going to be our vocalist,
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine.
and Cosima's going to do the writing.
Oh, very
Ooh.
nice.
That's a fun mix.
And it's gonna be like it's gonna be a theatrical extravaganza. It's gonna be like
I love that.
something from your wildest dreams.
love
There's
that.
gonna be colour. There's gonna be glitter.
This
There's
is
gonna
great.
be like contortion. There's gonna be movement. You're gonna basically walk into like. As you step into, it's going to be in a big top. If you hadn't guessed, it's definitely going to be. Do you want this information? I've got my whole business plan.
So let's
Yeah.
Oscar
gonna be
is
in-
ready.
It's gonna be in a circus tent, a big top.
Mhm.
The curtains will open, and you'll walk in. It'll be all dark, and then boom, lights,
Mhm.
and it's just gonna be like a theatrical feast for those tired, lockdown, dry up eyes. Like it's
I know
gonna
who you're talking about. It's not me.
It's going to be amazing. Like all of your theatrical and creative needs and thirsts are going to be quenched.
I'm glad you picked this up because the next is a surprise question, which is
Uh-huh.
what's the working title of this piece? You might have it prepped already because it seems like quite a
Working
simple idea.
title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, how do I leave this meeting again?
Desperation.
So, the working title. The circus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Love it.
Fair enough.
There's a little
So-
ambiguity behind it as well. It's great.
Love it.
Yeah.
So to recap, we have The Circus, curated by Aimee Powell, featuring Maguey, Grupo Teatro, Grazia, Enciso, I think that's how you say it. Strictly Arts, Yvette Du Sol, me, and then Cosima and Sinead Harnett as your two musicians. That sounds like it's going to bang.
That's
I
a
hope
bang,
so.
bang.
And I appreciate the check up front.
Yeah. Kai's asking for forward payment already. No.
So you're
Go for your
wearing
agent.
the pandemic.
Go for your agent.
I am. Wicked. Go for my
Kai doesn't believe in your play to be asking for forward payment. That's why.
How dare you know what? Come off my list. I'm stick my four artists. I don't need you.
Quick way to lose a job.
Aimee, where can the people find you? If you want them
You
to
can
find
find me at Facebook, Aimee Powell, Twitter at Aimee Powell 27, Instagram at Aimee Powell 27, and also at my flat. But I'm not giving you that address.
Wait.
And Strictly Arts, real quick, do you want to shout them out, or what are they on? Is it just website?
We are Strictly Arts on Instagram, Strictly Arts on Twitter. Oh my God, I should have why don't I know this? No, I'm pretty sure we just Strictly Arts, at Strictly Arts.
Cool.
There's no underscores.
It's fine. We'll throw up that.
This is terrible.
Anyway.
No, of course. At Strictly Arts Twitter, at Strictly Arts Instagram, Strictly Arts on Facebook. Follow us.
Yeah.
Also, guys, we're doing something at the moment. Well, we have been doing something where we've been, it's called Faces of the UK. And basically with the whole Black Lives Matter movement going on, we've been just making people aware of all the things that have been happening in the UK with innocent Black lives being taken. I'm pretty sure we know many, and most of the faces that we're posting, you've probably all seen them before, but it's just about awareness and spreading it out to know that we are not innocent over here.
Love it.
Yeah.
Brilliant work. Aimee,
So,
thank you for coming again.
Thank you for having me. You know what?
Great.
It's been so much fun. And I was like, oh God, is it going to be like, am I going to have to be really knowledgeable about music? It's going to be like a GCSE exam. Not even A-level, you know.
GCSE.
But I've really enjoyed it. Thank you for asking me on.
No worries.
Thank you for coming through.
Coming on. Yeah.
That's it. See ya.
Peace.